All right, I've got I've got a topic that I've touched on many, many times, and it's coming back again from a different angle. So I thought I would dive in at it again, and hopefully people will understand what I'm talking about. So let me just read this. I said that I don't believe in us being born in a life mission or a predetermined purpose. That I have, and I'm reading what he said. He was quoting me. And I don't believe that we have born with a life mission or a predetermined purpose. That our lives have, predetermined purpose. We are all given before we're born, which isn't a concept exclusive to the New Age dogma, as you implied here. I will rebut that. It's actually something I've heard repeatedly over and over again from multiple sources, most of those who have had near-death experiences. Sometimes it is said most explicitly, and many times others is implied indirectly. But a recurring theme in many near-death experiences that I have heard is people getting sent back because they still have more work to do or because it's not their time, implying the existence of predestiny and the existence of an assignment / mission / job / work we must each do. I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you for the video. You are quite welcome. I'm going to go from the back to the beginning. I am one of the people who had the experience of saying, "You're not supposed to be here yet." I am one of those people. One of those people who had the experience of being told you're not supposed to be here yet. And I still believe exactly what I said I believe. And the reason I believe that is because near-death experiences. People take near-death experiences as the end-all, be-all truth. So the people who have a near-death experience and experience hell, do we believe there's a hell? The people who have a near-death experience and experience Jesus, do we believe it's all Christian? The people who experience Shiva, do we believe it's all Shiva? The people who experience nothing, do we experience nothing? There are some people who just cross over and see darkness but know they're out of their bodies. So do we take in near-death experiences as completely factual? If you do that, you've just created a giant quagmire of belief fighting against one another. So near-death experiences are exactly that. Near-death experiences. They're near-death experiences. They're not death experiences. They're near-death experiences. And when we cross over, when we transition from this plane to that, we have to transition through our belief to get to the other side. Why did the chicken cross the road? To let go of all his beliefs, right? So you want to cross the road by going through your beliefs and releasing them so you can come back to the oneness of God, to the oneness of Source. And so Christians see Jesus, and Buddhists see Buddha, and Hindus see Shiva, and people who believe they've done bad things and are Christian believe in hell, see hell. We all see the things we believe. Now, do you think people who are going through a near-death experience believe they have things that need to get done in this world? Believe they have things they need to do? Believe that there are people they don't want to leave behind? Have these great beliefs of things that should be handled or they have responsibilities for? Do you believe that people have those things when they cross over, that they have to transition through it? Or do you believe that they can just throw all that away and just not do a transition through their belief? Because each one of them has to go through that space, and they have that experience, right? Now, for me, when I was having my experience, I was very early in learning how to do out-of-body experiences and astral travel. I was very early in my spiritual awakening, and I knew I was just at the beginning, at the cusp of it. So when someone says to me on the other side, "You're not supposed to be here yet," they were reflecting my belief back to me. I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. Did I want to stay? Yeah, damn sure I wanted to stay, but I knew it. But my belief said something different. right? When you're there, of course you want to stay because you have no fears or anxieties over there. But you do still have belief until you've transitioned all the way to death. And we know all the near-death experiencers have not done that, or they wouldn't be here. They had near-death experiences, not death experiences. They never made it all the way through the process of transition. And now let me back up again. Near-death experiences, okay? When did they start getting actually documented, right? Maybe back in the 1800s, probably in the 1900s. When did they get very popular? Probably in the 1960s, 70s. So it's all very new, right? And the people are still adding structure around their experiences, saying this is truth, this is what we're all supposed to believe. You go in and you search near-death experiences, you're going to find a bunch of Christian people, right? I had 2 times where I've crossed over into that space. The first time is when Jeshua touched me on the heart on that beach. I left the physical body and went to the other side. In that case, I was actually bypassing a lot of my beliefs because he was literally there in pure love, showing me the essence of pure love. And so I was experiencing the pure white oneness and love of everything. And I was having that experience. When I was doing my out-of-body and my astral travel, I didn't have Jeshua there, assisting at the time. And so I just went out and I went to that space. And I knew I wasn't ready to be there. I had a complete belief I wasn't ready to cross over to that space because I had things to do. I had things I wanted to do. So, New Age dogma. What is New Age dogma? New Age dogma. The New Age movement started back in the early 1930s, really, and with Neville Goddard and all those guys, Wallace Wattles and so on. And the New Age movement started in the 30s, comes all the way up to right today. And what it is new structures being placed around spiritual beliefs, spiritual truths. So dogma is the ceremonies and rituals and beliefs that are wrapped around spiritual truth. So New Age dogma, near-death experiences, fly right in there, because right in the midst of near-death experiences, you've got all these different people who are trying to wrap their belief around the spiritual thing, and they're creating their own beliefs, their own systems. They're telling other people what to believe, which creates a dogma. And so, do I believe near-death experiences are real? I absolutely do. Do I believe every near-death experience is fact? Absolutely not. I believe every near-death experience is the transitioning through the belief of the person having it. And we have to realize that truth can be found everywhere. And like I said, I am one of the people who was sent back. I was one of the ones who was like, you're not supposed to be here yet. Supposed to. What does supposed to mean? Who's the one who says I'm not supposed to? Me. I said I'm not supposed to be there because I'm still in the beginning, right? Now, when I was there and having that experience, did I even have that rational thought in my head? Nope. The rational thought was expressed in the oneness of God through the person saying, you're not supposed to be here yet, because my belief was telling me I'm not supposed to be there yet. And so when I look at this concept of what you said at the very beginning of this thing, you said that this concept is exclusive to New Age dogma. It is exclusive to New Age dogma. And you said it's something you've heard. It's something you've heard repeatedly over and over again from multiple sources. Most of those have had near-death experiences. So your multiple sources are based in near-death experiences, which are different for each person. They have no true commonality 100%, because even you said here, sometimes it's said, sometimes it's almost explicitly, many other times it's implied indirectly. You also have the experience of crossing over, people saying they have the life review. Well, I believe you're being folded back into the oneness of God, so you're experiencing the life you just experienced, all the people that you experienced with. Many times in the near-death experiences, they'll tell you that you not only experience your life, but how you affected other people's lives. So you're literally experiencing the oneness of God through the expression of your experience that you've created here on earth in the physical, from not only your perspective, but everybody else's perspective. And the only way you can do that is to be one with them, to be one with the source. And so you are literally going through that. So there is no life mission. No one's told you what here to do. Now, let me dive back into what I said in another video. I don't believe in death. I believe life is truly eternal. And I believe we can choose possibilities, potentials. That's interesting. I might try that. Oh, that's an interesting. Maybe I'll be born to that person. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. Right? But we always have free will. Greater works than I have done, you will do. Right? If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can ask a mountain to move, it will move. It does not say you can ask a mountain to move if I put that in the plan before you came. That's not listed anywhere. You know, what you think you become, you create your world. Unless it's not in your plan, then the world is created the way I want it to be created. That's not the way it works. It's not the way any of the ancient teachings talk about it, and it's not anything from my experience. And I have created amazing things in my life, and it's not that it's not supposed to be that I was supposed to create them, that I planned to create them. I created my experience because of my own choices, my own actions, my own beliefs, my own thoughts, words, and deeds, which are the three creative elements that we have in the I am moment. And so when we cross over, we transition to the other side, we transition through our belief. And on top of that, we understand that we get over there and we might be kicked back because we believe we're not supposed to be there yet on some level. We believe that we know, I didn't want to leave. It was a mistake to come back, right? What was it? Peter Pangori said it was a mistake to come back. He made a choice. If he's saying it's a mistake here, he made the choice to come back, right? So there's a lot of people out there who have had a lot of experiences, and near-death experiences are creating dogmas right around themselves because people will grab onto the ones that ring true for them, and they'll create that as a factual belief. None of it's factual. Nothing's factual. Anything I say is not factual. We have no idea what this world is. All we can do is speak about what rings true for ourselves. For me, personally, this rings true for me because it feels right and my experience shows me it's true. The times I've crossed over, I've had the experience of being told I'm not supposed to be there, but I also knew that I was learning how to do astral travel. And so in that moment, was I not supposed to be there because I was trying to go somewhere else? So there's a lot to this. But your questions in the beginning are all based around the idea that this predetermined life mission stuff is factual. But it goes against all of the ancient texts, and it goes against my personal experiences, and it goes against my own beliefs from crossing over twice. And so for me, personally, I will stick with my beliefs because they work for me. And if you want to believe that your life is predetermined and whatever's happening is out of your control because it's predetermined or destined or you're on some mission that's been pre-planned, I can respect that. However, I think you would have a much more enjoyable life if you decided to create instead of deciding to be on a railroad track to a specific destination. How about choosing where you want to go and creating what you want to have? So that's my thought on this, and I hope that answers the question. And I will talk to you again soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.